Hey guys, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Before we get going, I'm going to show a quick time lapse of a bunch of things that I've been working on to try and get things working a little bit more efficiently around the base. Okay, so definitely things are not perfect around the base, and we have a lot of things that we're going to have to do in the next coming episodes. Um, One of which is I would like to start making some smelting areas around our track so that we can ship in plates because as you saw, getting this thing to fit in here was actually kind of nuts. And so we want to be increasing our plate production, but we don't have a ton of room to do so. So I'm thinking that we're going to do a copper smelting area, an iron smelting area, and then a steel smelting area outside of the base. But in order to do that, we are going to have to do a couple things first. The first thing, though, that we're going to do is we are going to work on handling this scrap and all these broken data cards. So in order to do that, we now have these passive provider warehouses, and we just need a bit of steel in order to do this. So let's go grab some steel off our belt. Just a little steel. And we're going to make one of these passive provider warehouses. And we don't have to really worry about this filling up because we are going to basically be trying to use it as quickly as possible. Then we're going to grab these recycling facilities, and 7 is all we have at the moment, but that should be fine for now. So we're going to put this down right here. There we go. All right, and we're going to output. We'll do 3 that are on, let's see, scrap. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 scrap, and then we'll do 2 that are on the junk data cards. Or broken data cards, I guess. Junk data cards are slightly different, I guess. So we'll output all of that. So we're finally handling all the output from this cargo landing pad. And then I think, not really sure. Actually, you know what? Let's do it over this way because we would like to put it. This is actually, honestly, right here is a really good place to put it because it's not an insanely long flight for the bots, which, I mean, it's a little bit longer than I would like. But what we can do, so we're going to have some doing scrap and then some doing these junk data card or broken data cards, which make scrap. Okay, actually we'll move that. But the reason I wanted to do it over here is because the output from the raw rare metals and the copper, we can just have those flown up to the other side of the map. But the heavy oil, the iron, and the stone all literally can go right here. So heavy oil can just head right here, and then the iron and stone can head right here. And so it's a really quick output situation. So we're gonna do, let's see, let's actually set this up on 1, and then we'll be able to just replicate it on all of them. So we're gonna have an active provider. We can have it like this, all right? And then we are gonna have, we need a filter inserter on the way out. And this is gonna be filtering to the copper ore and the raw rare metals, okay? And then we're gonna, actually, so then we wanna put some pipes here. So we'll do it like this, pipe, pipe. We can put these like right next to each other, actually. And then we also want to do another filter inserter here. This one's going to be iron and stone. Then we're going to have a belt coming this way. Let's pick these up, actually. All right, we'll have a belt coming this way, and it'll output like that. There we go. Okay, so this is what we're going to copy right here. And actually, let's request the scrap, maybe like 40 scrap, I don't know. And then we'll copy this like this. There we go. And we'll paste, I don't know, as many as we can fit here. Seems good. And then we just need to extend our network a little bit further. There we go. Okay. And then over here, what we're going to do is we're going to have the junk data or the broken data cards get processed. And so that we can just do like this, and we can output into a passive provider. It'll get picked up pretty quickly. All right. And this is going to be the broken data card processing, and we'll request for this broken data card. There we go. Okay, I think that is good, and then we'll just speed it up a little bit just so that they can get going, because they are, I mean, we're probably going to have to expand this later because there's going to be a lot of room to grow for this. And then this is just going to come right over here and hook right into the heavy oil. And then finally, we need to handle the, we already have handled the copper output. But we need to handle the raw rare metal output. So let's do that. So that'll be right over here. We'll just have a little area to do that right here with some requesters, and we'll switch this to input priority on the other side. And then we can do fast inserters only. I mean, we don't need anything crazy. Power it, and then the raw rare metals. There we go. All right, and those will all get delivered and eventually processed. No guarantees on when, though. Okay. And this copper over here is looking like it's doing decently. Maybe, yeah, I think we just, yeah, like I said, though, we're just going to make a new, geez, that's loud. Okay, let's get away from those. We're just going to make a new processing area that's going to import plates and stuff like that. So yeah, that is all of these handled, and we should be seeing those going down, I think. Are all these working? What's wrong with this one? Aha. Okay, and I guess we're not making filter inserters anywhere, so let's... actually, I wanted to do... Should go back a little ways, and I should have blueprint for what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Okay, and then we just want to make a filter inserter. There we go. Okay, so that'll eventually fix everything. And these should start working, I believe. Like, oh yeah, so the output is just kind of full. Why is copper ore not getting output though? Oh, because it doesn't have an inserter. Yeah. Okay. So I think that this should start working pretty quickly here. Let's see. 45. Jeez, why did it request so many? Okay, that's kind of weird. Maybe I can just craft some and give them to the network so that they can go build over there. All right, there we go. All right, so those will start working, and we'll get all of that scrap processed. Okay, so then the next thing that we are going to do is this rocket over here is not building currently, and it is waiting on steel. It is waiting on rocket parts, and those rocket parts, I believe, are waiting on advanced circuits. So that's wonderful. These advanced circuits are just coming in really slowly, so we're not building rocket parts as quickly as we would like. And I think that we have, in that time lapse, we did work on expanding this, but now it looks like these are really slow. So let's quickly go, actually, before we do anything else, I am going to work on Cryonite next, but let's quickly work on expanding this, because this is extremely slow right now, and is really what's holding us back from these advanced circuits. So let's just copy this, and we're going to paste as much as we can here. There we go. And then we're going to paste the rest down here. So we're going to double it again. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to actually upgrade all of these. Upgrade these. Okay. And then we just need to send those across. And then we can... I'm working on upgrading all of the belts in the entire base. We don't need to do that. There we go. Okay. So slowly the belts will get upgraded, but just not quite yet. And then we just need to finish powering this. There we go. And how's everything working down here? Oh, okay. I think I just took some bots' jobs, but that's okay. And then we just need to output this correctly. Okay, and that looks good. So we've definitely increased our production of the electronic components, and it looks like we're still waiting on some more advanced buildings, so I won't upgrade those buildings just yet. These are greatly suffering, and we're going to have to expand our production of this. It's not going to be here, obviously. We'll have to find another location for it because this is a little bit cramped here. But all in due time, we may just make like another factory on the other side over here, just like we did for the batteries. But in any case, we need to work on all the bots are trying to deliver stuff to me. We need to work on getting Cryonite fixed, because currently we are not producing any of that, and there's a couple reasons for that. One is that we kind of want to switch all of our production actually of the Cryonite rods. I know that we like just did this, but we kind of want to switch all of our production to be on the other planet because it's so slow over here. So I'm gonna just like copy these blueprints so that we can import them on the other side. We'll copy this. Okay, so we're gonna copy that, and then we are gonna copy this here, and then this here, and then we're gonna copy just the crushing area, and then we're gonna deconstruct this kind of slowly so that we make sure that all of our bots get the pieces, and then we're gonna take these pieces over to Khione in order to, and I guess the sand. Let's see if we can pick this up. We can. Let's get rid of all this sand. And then when we go over to Khione, we will just basically reconstruct the buildings there. So I'm gonna finish picking all this stuff up, and then I will see you on the other side at that planet. Okay, so we are almost ready to go to the other planet. I've got a bunch of materials on here. I've got all of our solid rocket fuel that we need, all of our cargo rocket sections that we need to get back. We're still working on a little bit of liquid rocket fuel to get there. But before we go, we do need to do one more thing, which is we need to request heavy oil barrels. So we're gonna request 20 here. And then we are just gonna add this here right now. And we're just gonna say heavy oil barrels are less than, I don't know, 100. 150, let's say, okay? So the reason we're doing this is Cryonite processing. So let's look at this real fast. This is just Cryonite, no big deal. This is steam and Cryonite powder. The steam will make with electricity on the other side, so that's also no big deal. But this needs one heavy oil. So we're gonna bring heavy oil so that we can craft them into the rods on the other side. So that is what we need heavy oil for. So we just need to make sure that we bring enough of that to at least do a decent amount of work. And then we will be on our way. And so now all we are doing is just waiting, and it looks like we are all done. I've also crafted a signal receiver here that we will be able to, this is not supposed to be novice to Khione, huh? This is supposed to be Khione to novice. And so we'll be able to send signals back from Khione to novice. That way we can do some wiring based off of Cryonite rod levels and things like that. But okay, so we're gonna go to the Khione landing pad. And besides that, all of this looks good. So let's get launching. All right, here we are back on Khione, and we are going to have a decent amount of work to do here. We are not going to launch this on trigger. We do not want to send this capsule yet. And in fact, what we would like to do is, so we're going to have a bunch of work to do here because we're going to replace basically all of this Cryonite stuff here with those blueprints that we took. So this is going to be the first blueprint. And I brought enough to do at least two of these. So we'll be able to replace, let's see, we'll be able to do 1 and 2 of these. And we might have to grab more things, more components and buildings from the cargo rocket. And actually, let's do this like this, and this one can come over here, and then we'll just kind of cut the other ones. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to kind of cut these right here. And then we are going to actually turn this around, I think, so we can kind of try and export all of the stuff that we have currently in the landing pad and close by. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to put down, and I think I brought a warehouse. We're going to grab, let's see, not that. Over here, we need a warehouse, and then we have a bunch of other stuff. We have more buildings. Okay. So we're going to come over here. We're going to finish building these things. And looks like I forgot to bring some of these. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of steel here, but I think we have enough to finish off all of them, looks like. So we can power this up. So let's grab power here, and then we're going to jump right over here and connect up the power. So this is going to quickly start, and looks like it is doing it all correctly. We're still good on power. And then, let's see, we're going to have to export the sand somewhere. So we're just going to put that down there for now, I think. And I did bring a warehouse. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do exactly what I was hoping to. So we're going to cut this here, actually. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on... let's cut all of this stuff, too. Okay, so we're going to fill these with Cryonite. So this is what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and work on bringing all of the stuff out of our cargo rocket and bringing it back this way. And let's move this into here so it's out of the way. Okay. And I don't know. We'll just do this to start, and then as soon as we'll just try and empty everything we can. With these, we'll just do this, I guess. There we go. And then we'll output to the right. Okay. So why is this not flowing? Oh yeah, because we had turned it around. Oh my gosh. We have to turn around this whole thing. So let's do this, and then we're gonna just copy this section. And apparently it doesn't like us turning it around, huh? Alright. So I'm gonna turn this whole belt around, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so all the belts are turned around, and now what we need to do is we need to pick these up. Stop it. And we need to turn them, we need to export Cryonite with these stack inserters. And this should slowly start working, and we're gonna get rid of all that Cryonite we had picked up on the ground. And so we are gonna pick up this Cryonite too. Okay, there we go. So then the next thing that we need to do is this, which we can line up very nicely like this. All right, there we go. So this, and we're gonna be able to do this twice. Turn it around again. Is this correct? This looks like it's correct. Okay, and then this here is like the powder output. So we'll figure that out here in a second. Wait, I want these to line up. Pick this up. Okay. We're gonna try and make this, oh wait, this one's turned around, that's why. Okay. So we're gonna make this line up correctly here. So this is how this outputs, right? Yeah. That looks correct. And then this should go here. There we go. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll have this come up like this. And so we're gonna have two different outputs here. So this is gonna be like this actually. And we'll just have this come up here, and that'll be the powder input for our other process, and then this will be the powder input for the process over here. All right, so then that means that this is the last process that we need to fill, and looks like we don't have too much room over here, so we'll have to do it like this. So we can do one here and one here. There we go. And I think our bots are dead because we have completely used up all the electricity in here. So let's throw some more fuel in, and we'll get to work on building this, and we'll be right back after we do. Okay, here we are. We are back. We have just finished building this section, and then we have our powder belt here for this one, and then this is going to be our this is our crystals belt. So this can come, actually, we're going to try and preserve the amount of belt that we have because we don't have very much. So this can come right like this. There we go. So that's a crystals belt. And then this here, actually, you know what we can do is we can do this. It doesn't really matter which side it's on. So this, okay, so this is going to be the powder belt over here. Doesn't really matter. And then this is the crystals belt. And then over here, we'll do the same. So this can come over to the side. There we go. And then this one over here will again be the powder belt. And we can pick this up. There we go. And then this all, of course, needs to be powered, powered, and powered. Okay, so it should all start working for the most part. We do have a couple things left that we need to finish. The first of which is we need to add steam production, and the nearest water is all the way over here. So let's see. Steam is going to come right here. And I'm going to work on repeating the same build that we did on Novice here. If you would like to see that video, I think it's just like a couple videos ago, we worked on doing this exact same thing over on Novice. But now we're going to be doing it here because, as I mentioned before, the Cryonite rods are way easier to ship than the actual Cryonite itself. Okay, so I mostly completed the builds now. The only problem is that I did not bring enough pipe to finish all of the piping for all of the steam, and then we still have piping left for all of this heavy oil. But we can handle one more thing before we go, which unfortunately we will have to go because we can't finish the build without all the items. But that one thing that we can handle is we can work on handling the output of the heavy oil from our landing pad. So that's what we're going to do, and let's just quickly pick up all these extra belts that we don't need. And we're going to have to finish this, unfortunately, again another time. But the good news about that is we have our rocket ship that we got last episode, and so we'll be able to fairly easily get back over here, and then from there we will be able to bring down the resources that we need from that rocket ship. So that's the nice thing about having that. So we'll be able to get back here pretty easily without having to take a whole extra cargo rocket. And I'm just making sure that we get all of the Cryonite exported that we don't need on here. That way we're not bringing anything to Novice that we're not going to deal with. And all this Holmanite, I don't think that we're going to deal with that for now. And so, let's see. Do we have one of these? We do not. Okay, so we're going to have to bring that next time too. So, looks like I forgot a bunch of materials, but such is life. And we're just going to go throw these over here if we can to get rid of them. Because we don't really want to bring them with us. And let's see. I think we can get rid of the rest over here. There we go. And we can get rid of the crystals over there. Very nice. And then the last thing, we're going to bring as much of this rocket fuel with us as possible. Because it's just it's going to start clogging things up here, and we don't want that to happen. So let's grab this. Okay, and then for the heavy oil, we can just do this really quickly. So we're going to output, I guess, 2 of these. We're going to do one on the near side. We're going to do heavy oil barrels. This will also be a heavy oil barrel. And we'll have this come down this direction. And then here, we are going to have, there it is, assembling machine. This assembling machine is going to unbarrel the heavy oil. Okay, and then we also, we can't quite hook it up yet, unfortunately. But that's where that's going to go. And then last but not least, we are going to have to deal with the barrels that are coming out of that. And did I bring a recycling facility? I did not. So it looks like we're going to need some more items again. So we're going to need a recycling facility. We need to finish off our pipes. And then actually over here, it looks like a meteorite hit the middle of our power production area and knocked out some of our pipes. So this entire side is not producing power at all. And actually, I think it must have happened while we were here, because it looks like our entire network is underperforming pretty drastically. So we're gonna have to come back and fix that, and I'll also bring some asteroid prevention, and we're gonna have to handle all the signaling, but that is gonna have to happen next time, guys. So I know that it probably doesn't feel like we got a lot done this episode. There are a lot of little tedious things that we have to handle right now in order to just, you know, shore things up before we work on our production science pack, which we've already got most of the things. We're just basically going to need the plasma stream, which the plasma stream, if we just want to look at that real fast, plasma stream is very easy. Overall lithium, which let's see what lithium is. Okay, so we do have, okay, I was about to say it's easy, but I guess it's not as easy as I thought it was. Overall, it used to be easier, actually. It used to be like rock and something else. It was very, very simple, but I guess they made it more complicated in this version. So we are going to have to finish off a couple of these things, like the iron ingots, which we're going to do in the near future, the vulcanite blocks, and then the plasma stream. We have a couple things that are going to be related to that we're going to be working on soon. So we have a lot of things coming up, and you know, there's just there's so many different things to do, and it's hard to automate all of this because a lot of it is brand new production. And this part, unfortunately, I should have thought to do it here before, but I didn't realize that all of the Cryonite stacked in 20s, you know, so it ended up being a little bit painful. So we will have to fix that, all of, you know, the rest of this production system next time. But that's going to have to happen then. So I thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like and or subscribe. And I will see you all on the next episode.